Good afternoon, Manish. Good afternoon, everyone on the call. Can you hear me? Can you please confirm by replying with a message whether you can hear me or not? Okay, Manish says yes, he can hear. How about other guys? Can you please confirm? The others on the call? Thank you, Kapil. He says audible. Ramesh Rudra, clear. Thank you, Ramesh. Probably we'll wait for another 4-5 minutes for the others to join in. Hey Gajanan, I just got your message. So I was just saying that we'll wait for some more time for the other people to join in. Thank you. Hi Niket, that's good. You can hear. Stock Market Kannada. Hello. Also, can you see my screen? Whatever the display which is going on my screen, can you see that? Can you please confirm if it is visible? Okay. Blank screen. Is that true for others? Can you please confirm? So there should probably let me go to the next slide. Okay, okay, so okay, that's cool. No, only orange background. Yeah, that was the one earlier, but now you can just see our topic for today. Yes, yes. So chatting message for now I have kept it open for the people just to have that clarity before starting. And once we start, probably we can just turn off that chat option for some time. And however, you can just keep on asking your questions, and we'll be having a separate question and answer session at a later point. So all throughout the webinar, so we'll be looking into a particular part, and after that, we'll be taking all the questions related to that particular part. Okay. So can you please hit that like button also so that it gives us some motivation to do good? Can you please hit that like button? I missed first class. Can you summarize before you start today's session? Yes, definitely we'll be going through all the points which we talked last time also. So last week, because I'm doing this the second session today because many people requested to do this. So I'm having almost the same session with some additions. So we'll be talking about all those. So definitely there is nothing like a you won't be get missed something from the last session. So I'll be taking you through all the topics which we talked last time. So that should be okay. Don't worry about that. So I'll be taking all the points. Okay, please hit that like button. Are you guys okay for waiting for another another 3-4 minutes for the others to join in, or do you want me to start right away? Because your time is also important. Please let me know. So if you really say that we should start it right away, we will start. Yeah, Narendra, yeah, this is kind of second session, but we'll be talking all the points which you have missed in the last session. So we'll be talking about that also. Yeah, we can wait for 3 minutes. Yeah, sure. Good afternoon, Sandeep. But my only request is for you guys is definitely I can guarantee you that this session is going to be a very big one. So please do spare some time for the session. So if you have anything non important, please take it as a secondary priority, because I'm sure that you will be going through too many things today, and definitely it will be helping you a lot in your regular trading days. Probably you need to spend maybe 1.5 2 hours. Rijwan, don't worry about that. So I have almost included everything which has been missed from the first session. So don't worry about that. We'll be going through that all the things which we went through last week. Agri Mittal, good afternoon. Here it says intraday analysis. Hi, bhai. Hope you are good. Gunwolf, I hope the recording will be available on YouTube. Not very sure because this is the first time I'm doing this YouTube live, and I'm not exactly sure how exactly it works. So hopefully it will be available if someone misses it. So let's see. I say 99% I'm sure that it will be available, but let's see if something goes wrong. So I want if it is if you are available all throughout, then that will be good, because in case if the recording is not available at a later point of time, then you won't miss anything. Nifty weaves and all. So we will be talking about weaves and all later once totally the session is done. Once all the session is done, we'll be talking about all the extra questions out of what we'll be talking here. So but for that, let's have the session complete and all the related factors considered. Okay, so once that is done, at last I am totally open to any other questions, even out of the subject whatever we are talking now. So we can take everything, but let's finish the core session first. Okay, Hanmal Malik, Manish. So we'll be starting it right away then. Okay. So again, thank you all for spending some time for the learning purpose. So we'll be talking about a few intraday techniques which are really good, and which are very fruitful, and we'll be talking about all the techniques which are you can just use that in your day-to-day activities. And before that, just one question for all of you, all the people on the call. How many people are comfortable here with English? Can you please message me? So which language should I prefer? Because I know there are like a few people who might not be convenient with English, who are good with Hindi. So I will try to like manage that somewhat, so that it occupies everyone. Can you please confirm which language you prefer? Everyone please write the language whichever you are comfortable with. आपको जो लैंग्वेज चाहिए, इंग्लिश या हिंदी, जो भी चाहिए, प्लीज़ थोड़ा सेशन कमेंट्स पे लिख दीजिए. Comfortable with English, Hindi, both are okay. So both are okay. So almost all are English as of now. Aniket is also English. So should be English. Majority of the crowd is from English. Can you please confirm? अगर कोई हिंदी वाले, सिर्फ हिंदी वाले लोग कोई है तो बता सकते हैं. हिंदी हिंदी वाले कोई नहीं है तो डायरेक्टली वी कैन स्टार्ट इट इन इंग्लिश इटसेल्फ. इंग्लिश में ही शुरू कर देते हैं. Okay, so looks like everyone is comfortable with English, so I'll be talking in English. So in case if there is anything doubts as such, we'll be talk. You can just stop me and we can talk in Hindi also. Okay, wherever you are stuck. Okay, so with that, let's start the session. So now about the comments or whatever the questions you do have, please you can keep on writing them as we are talking. If you have any queries, but I may not answer them immediately. So whenever probably this session I'll be dividing into three or four parts, and after each and every part we will be talking about all the questions related to that topic. Okay, so whatever the questions are coming to your mind related to that session, please keep on writing. I will be answering them all at once. So we'll be having a 3 to 4 question answer sessions all throughout. So please keep on writing your questions. Okay. Okay. So with that, directly let's start. Let's start the session. So how to select stocks for next day. Okay, so yeah, we will be we'll be talking about that. Generally, like there are different techniques which I use. They are totally unconventional methods that we'll be talking about after the end of the session. Okay, all these extra questions out of the topics whatever we are talking here. Okay, so now the with the starting the now the uh, session will be on intraday trading techniques. So that means we will be not going through a number of techniques, but we'll be going through very few techniques which are kind of very surely working, and I will show you with a proof, not with only one or two stocks, how exactly these works. I will show you with a multiple stocks which exactly with just yesterday's data, Friday's data, because as you might be knowing, I announced this class a few days back, so which is in fact I think it was on Monday or Tuesday I announced it, and I will show you the data with the latest closed market, which is on Friday. So you will be literally knowing the importance of whatever the techniques I do have, I will be showing. And definitely whatever the things I will be showing here, these are not a kind of rocket science. So these are like very small things, but we will be missing those small things itself. So it's a different way how we look into the market. Okay. Okay, so let's start. And before starting the session, I am having some important general points, so which I just wanted to convey before the start. So the first thing is this session is totally free. So that means there is literally no charges for anything. So whatever the session will be going through, it is all on YouTube and it is all free. And the same thing I told in the last webinar also, wherein we did some other meeting. I think it was on some other third party application. So that's what I wanted to mention, that it was free, and today also it is free, and many people missed last time, and that is the reason why we will be going through the session again with some additional things. And this session is for people who are either new in the market or who are really struggling to make profits. ओके, सो ये जो सेशन जो चल रहा है, ये नए लोगों के लिए है, और पीपल हु आर ऑलरेडी इन द मार्केट बट प्रॉफिट नहीं कर पा रहा है, तो उनके लिए ये दोनों दोनों तरफ के लोगों के लिए है. ठीक है. And this is one important point I just want to highlight it, and I just want to be very clear about this. The people who consider themselves as masters and always try to find only the negatives in everything, please stay away. Okay, so abhi जो भी लोग इधर कॉल पे है, कुछ लोगों को पता भी होगा कि कैसे नेगेटिव लोग काम करते हैं. Okay, if you are thinking that you are master and you know everything, and if you are here to test someone else, please stay away. Kyunki whatever I am doing just for the sake of helping people. So I don't have any financial expectations from this call or from YouTube channel. I am doing that just for helping the new people, okay, or the people who are in real need, because I know the pain, what it feels when you are losing continuously money in the market. So I'm just trying to help someone. So definitely I have all the rights to kick everyone, I mean anyone out, if you think that you are just trying to talk nonsense here. So definitely that is not allowed. Okay. And so these kind of people, you just if you are thinking that, please you can just get out of the meeting. Okay, you are not invited. And however, definitely there will be a scope for improvement. Like if you really feel that there is something missing, I need to improve on something, you are welcome to please let me know so that I can improve myself. Okay, it's a constructive feedback, always welcome. Okay. Okay, and a very important point, what I wanted to let you know with my previous 10 plus years experience. So we'll be talking about that particular point, which is very, very important. As I mentioned earlier, market is not that complex as we are thinking. It is a very small thing, or a very simple thing. What we are making it as complex. So my thing, first and foremost thing before starting the session is, don't go chasing for the 100% working holy grail. That means don't go for searching, looking for that 100% working strategy. It never exists. Okay, and if you keep on going for that, you never end up finding one. So in between, what happens is only you will be keep on losing your money, and in fact precious than that, your time. So you won't get the right one. In fact, this is one of the most um, biggest mistakes of what I have done in my trading career in the last 10 plus years. So this is the first thing. So whatever you know as of now, or whatever you are comfortable as of now, just keep on building on that. Okay, don't say that it is working just 5 out of 5 times, sorry, 5 out of 10 times, and don't scrap that. Okay, so what you can do is you can just start building on the same theory, but applying some weaving it in a different way, or just doing it some other addition, adding some technical indicators, or in that matter anything, so you can make a good thing out of it. But one thing again, I'm telling you, don't go for looking for 100% working strategy. It doesn't exist, literally it doesn't exist. So if you are keep on looking for that, you are just wasting your time. Okay, and in fact money also. Please, so this is one line learning from my experience. So whatever my mistakes I have done, so this is the first and foremost mistake which I have done. So market is not that complex. So I will be showing you with the live examples. Okay, whatever happened in the Friday or Thursday or whatever, whichever day you say, I'll be showing you the live examples, how simple the market is, but how complicated we are taking it as. Okay, so and now if you are already looked into a number of complex things, please don't come back to me and say that you are talking about very simple things. Definitely these might be very simple things which we are talking about, but ultimately you will come to know that these are the ones which will give you a big money, not the ones by which we are making it complex. Okay, so as I said, master only one or two theories, and if you are successful in doing that, in mastering that one or two theories, definitely you will make a very big money in market, and no one can stop you. Okay, so remember this again and again. I'm telling you, remember this. There is nothing as such which is complex in market. So it is all simple. We need to be keep it very simple, and look into a different perspective, so that it will be. You will realize the importance of that. Okay, and one thing, so this is one of the highlights, or this is the first point from the session. So if you can't master your mind or for the discipline training, then please stay away from market. Okay, so this is one very very important thing. अगर आप में डिसिप्लिन नहीं है तो प्लीज़ प्लीज़ स्टे अवे फ्रॉम द मार्केट। मार्केट से आप बाहर रहिए, क्योंकि ये जो मार्केट ऐसा चीज़ है, इट विल वर्क ओनली व्हेन यू आर अ डिसिप्लिन ट्रेडर। सो अगर आपके पास डिसिप्लिन का डिसिप्लिन करने के लिए वो साइकोलॉजी आपको काम नहीं करता है, लाइक वट एवर द disciplined person, then definitely you should be staying away, because no one till today has succeeded in the market without discipline. Okay, and by doing so, by keeping yourself away from the market, you are definitely giving a very big gift to your parents or your family. Because what happens is, many times I've seen people like who have lost loads and loads of money, which they have kept it for their family purpose. So this is the best ever gift which you can give your parents. Even though, like, you might be saying that you might have lost few money in the past, don't worry, you just think that that money was not yours, and just stay away from this. Okay, so don't be in the market just to take revenge from the market and get something out of it. Definitely no. If you are here for revenge trading, you will not be successful. If you are only, if you are here with a disciplined manner, then you will be getting something. So give this gift if you are not a disciplined person. Okay, so now coming to the main session, so agenda for the day. Before that, just I want to check if I'm audible for everyone. Can you please confirm that whatever the stuff I was talking till now, is it audible to everyone? Can you please? And probably if you have any questions till now, you can just ask it here. Clear. Okay, okay. So any questions about all these basic things? See, technique, learning techniques is not a very big thing. You can just, any new person can do. But whatever the stuff we talked till now, so it is a very biggest thing. So you might be thinking the other way, but believe me, after years of experience, you will understand that what is right and what is wrong. So my aim here is just to tell you guys what my experience said, and how I struggled, and how I'm becoming successful now with whatever the struggles I have, whatever the experience I have. So I'm here just to summarize those for you guys. Okay. So any questions about the topics which we talked, or the basic things whatever we talked? So if you say no, then we can just start it right away. We'll be looking for the agenda, whatever the agenda for the day. So no questions here. Yes, please. Manish has one question, please. And any other, if you have anything, please you can write it down. You can write in the comment box. I'll answer that before going for the next part. Audible. Okay. Mm. Is this session only for intraday or from short term as well? Okay, that's a good question. So now basically the session is for intraday, but there are these indicators, whatever I'm talking about, you can definitely apply them to a short term and as well as a long term. So I'll be showing you that also. Okay, but basically the session is for intraday, but that doesn't mean that it is restricted to intraday. You can follow the same things to delivery or short term also. Okay, fine. I'll assume that there are no questions, but however, if you have any questions, just write it down. We will be looking at those questions at a later point. Okay, so what are the things what we'll be looking in this session? So the first question is, many people ask me this: what is the best time frame we will be using to trade? So which is the good one to trade? So we'll be talking about this question. And the next one is how to identify the trend. Yeah, this is again one more important question, like people say, and there are n number of theories about around this, but I will tell you one simple thing wherein you literally will understand with a very one simple, very simple indicator. Like you will be surprised to see that how you can identify the trend. So literally I'm saying, like I have seen people using hundreds of indicators, but ultimately that is not needed. And in fact, even after applying those many things, people are really not getting what is trend. So we'll be talking about this trend, and we'll be talking about something which clearly mentions you what exactly is the trend. And one more thing is there will be a gap up and gap downs happening every day. So we'll be talking about these gaps and how to utilize them. So how to utilize the gaps. So this is one gap theory is one which is like a really boon for all the intraday traders. If you are well versed with these gaps, then you can make a big money out of it. But however, it needs some kind of daring to do these gaps. But however, like if you are if you are really like a disciplined trader, and if you are cutting your losses with your definite system, then definitely this is going to be a big one for you. And how to trade with moving averages. So we'll be talking about moving averages and how to apply them in our day-to-day trading days. Next one is there is one indicator which is called VWAP. It is volume weighted average price, and it is also called ATP, average traded price. So this is one indicator which is very enough for you to literally make money like anything in the market. So many people know about this indicator, but the only thing what they don't know is how to use that and where to use that. So just that particular thing I will be talking here. So as I said, we will be talking about different things here, but all are very simple ones. So it is not like you are not getting, you will not get anything. So it is all simple. Like definitely everyone have seen these things, but the only thing what you might be missing is you are not knowing how to use that. So I'll be showing you how to use that, and definitely by saying that your thinking will be changing at the end of this session. I can guarantee you that whatever the way you were thinking about market till now, so that will be changed after this session. Okay. And there will be hundreds of books which are related to market, and you can just have it yeah, you can just refer those for free. I'll be giving the links if anyone wants to read any of the books. Okay, at last. So this is one simple one. It is just a link provided. You can just refer. I think I'm having like 500 plus books related to market. You can just view or download any of the ones. Okay. The first and foremost question, which is the best time frame to trade? So a very important question which many people ask and many people are stuck with, like they are really not getting which time frame to use. Okay. um, Before that, let me quickly go through any of the questions which I can take. Intraday options 2 we can apply. Options no. So this is important thing. Options no, please please, one request from me is, if you are option trader, I personally think, okay, so I don't know about like if there is some master or someone who is really good at options, but I personally have literally tried out too many things on options, but none of the indicators works, guys. At least as I know, none of the indicators works. So if someone is telling that the indicator is working, so that is like, I definitely like to be frank, I feel that the person is lying. So don't go with applying any indicators for option trading, because there are n number of parameters which will be driving your options. So that is not that is not a right way to apply any indicators. So the simple reason being, as you might be knowing, that options will be like their price will be decaying every moment, every day. So whatever the stuff you will be applying on Friday will not be same on Monday, and similarly the Mondays things will not be same on Wednesday and Thursday during the expiry. So please don't apply any of the indicators, not only these, as per my experience, because even I told you that I have like passed through all these things, and none of the things worked in the past, especially related to options. So whatever the option trading you are doing, first of all I say that if you are a new person here, or yeah, when I say new, probably if it is less than 4 or 5 years in the market, please don't do option trading at all. Okay. But however, even if you want to do option trading, your indication, your primary indication should be your index or your whatever the respective stock, and only once when you have a indication there, then you can buy or sell whatever C or P options. Okay, but definitely don't use any of the indicators, not only the ones which I'm telling here, but none of the indicators you should not, you should use on your options. Okay, direct C's and P's. Fine. So now coming to the first question, which is the best time frame to trade? So this is a question which will be like asked by many people, and if you ask me, I don't have a specific answer for you, but definitely I can just make you clear how exactly you should take this question into. So if you are a new person here who is having an experience of less than say 2 years, then definitely you should go with a time frame of 10 plus minutes. Okay, so if your experience is 10 sorry 2 and minus years, below 2 years, then you should be always using the time frame candlestick which is more than 10 minutes, and from 2 to like 5 years you can look into 5 minutes candlestick also. But like if you are a 5 plus experience, then you can just go with a 4 3 to 1 minutes also, that should be fine. But initially don't go with the smaller time frames is my answer to this question. So if you are till 2 years experience, you can use like 10 minutes plus time frame. Okay, if you not have any specific system or strategy with you, please don't use any time frame which is less than 5 minutes. Okay, so even worst case, if you are 2 years and if you want to use 5 minutes, you can use that, but don't go any other time frame below 5 minutes. Okay, so you should be using like 4 3 2 and 1 minute time frame only if you are kind of 4 and 5 years plus in market experience, only then you are supposed to be using this. Okay, so you can start with 5 also, that should be okay, somewhat okay, but 10 should be comfortable for you, so that it eases out, it removes all the volatility which is in the market, so you can go with 10 plus minutes. But 5 minutes also is okay in worst scenario, like if you really want to go with a smaller time frame, 5 minutes should be your least time frame till you reach that 5 years experience landmark. Hope this question is clear. Okay, so coming to the next one, a very important question, how to identify the trend. And as I mentioned earlier, there are n number of theories talking about this, but we will be talking about one or two indicators which are very easy things, like you'll be shocked to see what exactly is the trend and how to identify, how easily we can identify that. So whatever the theories you have tried in the past, probably you'll be saying like you might have definitely, I assume that you might have applied n number of indicators which might have not worked, but here we will be talking about only one indicator which tells us what exactly is the identifier of this trend. So how we can identify that? Okay, so the answer is here. The simple way to identify the trend is to check it with the 51 EMA. It is surprising to many people. So many people think that it is very simple. It is just an exponential moving average. But uh, do you like just ask yourself? Have you ever tried this in finding the trend? So definitely, I can say that you have not tried it, and if you might have tried, but you might have not looked into the like a way it was supposed to be. So I'll be talking about this 51 EMA and the trend. So what is the link between these two, and how exactly this indicator is good enough for us to make identify the stocks. So we'll be talking about this. Okay, so before that, I think should we directly go to the chart and show you some of the things. Um, okay, so I think the better first we'll be like finishing one by one. So we'll be going through we'll be going to the chart and we'll be looking at this trend identification first. So let me bring up the let me bring the charts so that you will understand what exactly I'm trying, and you'll get something out of it. Okay, so give me a minute. Like I will be bringing. So here you can see the application which I use generally. So this is one small application called vbull, and I can just it is a very good application which I'm using since years. And here I'll be talking you about I'll be telling you about the trend. Okay, so when we talk trend, the first and foremost thing what you need to do is anytime, whatever the time you are looking into the market. So but I prefer you should always look into market only after 10:15 or 10:30 in the morning. Okay, so in that time, first you need to do what you need to do is that you need to sort out all the stocks whichever are trending on that day. So now in this case, let me do this. I'm just picking the first stock, and I'll be applying the EMA whichever I talked. Okay, so let me do this. So I'll be showing you how exactly it works when I say uh, when I say 51 EMA. What is the importance of that? So now you can see this white line, whatever you are seeing. So this is 51 EMA. Okay, and how to look into this? So now, yeah, just for your information, I have taken 5 minutes time frame. But one thing before going ahead, am I audible, and is my screen visible to everyone? Can you please confirm, please, guys? Very small letters, so that should be fine. But this one is the candlestick visible, because I need it full screen. Okay, let me try making it a full screen itself. Um, rotate. Okay, I did. Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, so now here it is. Is this visible now? Chat not clear. So chat, you need not to worry about chat, because chat only I'm referring. You can just look into the other screen, whatever we are talking here. So you can just concentrate on the charts here. Okay, so clear now. Okay, that's cool. Let me hide the screen for a while. Okay, so now when we say we are talking about intraday, so all the time what I say is, okay, before that, let me clear out one more thing. I'll just remove this MACD so that it will be become some more good. Okay, so the chart is still more bigger now. When I say you should always start your trading after 10 or 10:30, so you can say here. Okay, now the first question is how to identify your trend was our main question. So now we will be talking about all the stocks which were in trending yesterday, and we will be seeing how exactly we can find the trend. So now you can see market started at 9:15 or 9:30 here. So oops, oops. Okay. So okay, so here you can see the first and foremost thing is just to find out where the market is heading or what is the trend. The stock should be continuously trading above that 51 EMA line. So now in this case you can see from 8:14 is the date when the actually the market starts, which was a Friday's market. And you can see from the almost the first candle the stock was continuously trading upside this 51 EMA line. Okay, so you can see this continuously it was trading above that. And as per me, it is definitely uptrend stock for me. Okay, so we'll be talking about how to use that at a later point, but as of now we'll be talking about what is the trend and how to identify it. So it was continuously going upside, and it broke sometime here But however, the ones who are with me in this trading journey with either my WhatsApp groups or a Telegram group, by now you might be knowing that even though it is breaking this trend here, it is really not a break, because you will be knowing what exactly the importance of this line is, and where we'll be saying that this is an end of a trend. So definitely this is not an end of a trend, and will be talking about that also later. But now we'll be looking into different charts, and we'll be coming to see how exactly to trade these trends. First we'll be looking into multiple stocks. Okay, so first one is Lupin. So then next comes the next bigger was your Muthoot Finance. Okay, so I'll be talking about this stock also. So we'll be seeing oh, again it meant to Lupin. um, okay, first let me get out here. And one thing before looking into all these things, you just remember one thing, that yesterday was a heavy bearish market, or in fact Friday was a heavy bearish market. So you just keep that in mind. So because that will come into picture at a later point of time, but like I will be telling you with all the examples. So now here also you can see when the market started here, it opened well above that 51 EMA line, whatever we are seeing here, white line, and it was continuously trading above that, and one point of time it came below. But one thing you see, when it is really a trending thing, when it goes down, it definitely having that tendency to reverse back, and it reversed back, and almost it closed at the day high itself. So you can see. Okay, so we will be talking about few stocks which were the gainers. And there is one thing here, probably which you need to really like I want to stress you on, because yesterday was a it was clearly a bearish market. Okay, so we are looking into the stocks which were buyers, that too in a bearish market. Okay, so now this one, this stock, the next one is JSW. You can see the first candle was well above that, and even though it came below this, it touched that line, but it was a failure. But from there it continuously went higher. And observe this, when the market crashed at the second half, you see that the stock also got crashed. It like fell for a while, but as soon as the market it came towards the end of the market, so you can see that again this stock closed at its day's high almost. Okay, so this is the one thing which I really want you to note. Whatever the uh, whatever the stock gainers were there, top gainers were there, they all closed at whoever were trading above this 51 EMA line, they all closed at the day's high, irrespective of the market condition at the second half. Okay, so the reason why I is always talking about the market condition is because market was behaving bearish yesterday, and that is the reason why like we concentrated on that. So now um, so that the stocks which we talk now, it is in case if you are against the market, but now we will be talking about a scenario which is in your favor. So now in the bearish market, so definitely if yesterday was the case, I would have not bought I would not have bought the stocks unless it is very clear cut buying indication, just like Lupin, which I bought in fact. And in the groups wherever I'm in, especially in the Telegram channel, I had notified the people that where I'm buying. Okay, so similarly now think like take this in this way. So even though like you are getting something when you are buying the stock in a bearish market, now assume a scenario wherein in a bearish market, if you are short selling something. So now you can see this stock from first candle itself, it is continuously below this line, below the EMA line, and you can see continuously it never went close to that, even though sometime it tried going to 51 EMA line back here, but see how good it fell from there. Okay, so this is the importance of this line, and definitely we'll be talking about how to trade this at a later point. But first I'm just making you clear how exactly you should be looking into this trend indicator. So this is a very simple trend indicator which you should be knowing. So similarly, the next one is uh, Tata, oh sorry, Asia Motors, for some reason is not coming up. So let me go to the stock and I'll be opening the chart. So here is a trick. So this can be a tricky one, but however, like at the starting, so the stock was trading on the higher side, and it came down again. It went up. So it was like it was not a clear cut indication for this stock. So probably if I'm looking around this time frames, I would have ignored because it is not on the one side. So the first and foremost condition here is it should be you should be trading on one side of that line, either it is on a buyer side or a seller side, just like Eicher Motors, whatever we saw earlier, which was continuously trending on the downside. But it is not the same case with this one. So initially it was on the upside, so then it came to the downside, then again it went on the upside. So it is a kind of not a trendy day for this stock. Okay, even though the market fell, or even though the stock fell at a later point, so I won't be considering this stock, and I won't be trading this stock based on the trend theory, whatever I do have. So let us go through some other examples. So I'm having the next loser is RBL Bank. RBL Bank. Okay, so now here you can see, so initially like the stock started trading at the days at the lower point of that EMA 51, but however it crossed this line. So even immediately after crossing this line, so it kind of it is not a trending stock. So it was a kind of grinding stock, what we can say, meaning the one which won't be having any direction, so which will be in the kind of narrow range. But however, as you are seeing, the market fell, and that's the reason why these stocks fell. And see the importance of the trending, the ones positive stocks which we saw earlier, which is like a Lupin and the other stocks, JSW Steel and all. See now, when these kind of stocks which were a narrow down stocks, these stocks closed at the day's low. Okay, but whatever the bullish stocks or whatever the trending stocks which we saw earlier, they closed at the day's high point itself, even though the market crashed. Okay, so this is the importance of this EMA line. And definitely you might be having some questions. I'll be taking that before going to this topic of how to use this indicator. So now you can see, so I don't think you can get a very good example than this. So you can see this stock, so which Able Housing Finance, which closed lower than that 51 EMA line, and multiple times it tried going towards that line, but it was a failure. See here, first time it went around at 10 o'clock touching that, and it missed by 214.37 and 213.7, which is like a hardly 60 paise. From there it fell again. It tried going and touching the same point, which missed by again just 55 paise this time. And this time it tried and uh, tried touching that point, but however it was a failure with just a 40 paise. And see the crash how it happened. So it almost gave you 10 plus rupees. If you are traded here, you would have got a 10 plus rupees by the end of the day. So this is what the indication says. See, this is what I was saying. 51 EMA acts as a very good support or resistance line for the trending stocks. So this can be a sole indicator wherein very simple in a simple way wherein you can identify the trend. Now the next one is this one, DLF. So now you can see this one. This is a clear-cut example wherein you will be seeing n number of stocks every day with this kind of scenario. Now, at the beginning, the stock was trading upper. I mean, the stock opened above the line, and after 10 o'clock, whatever my preferred time I told you earlier, 10:15, 10:30, it came down. So here we are not clear about the trend because it was upper, then it came downside, and see here after this it tried touching here, it got failed around this 11 o'clock time frame, and 11:40 time frame again it touched that. You can see, if you can see this, let me zoom in. So around 11:40 time frame it touched, in fact it crossed, but again it was not able to sustain there. It was a failure, and see there continuously 5-6 candles it touched. Okay, and here also it touched again at the later point around 1 o'clock, but uh, see, observe one thing. Even though it started above the line, thus almost after 10 o'clock it was continuously below this EMA line, so which was a clear cut indication for me that it might be a shorting. So but the other one which we saw earlier, it was going on either of sides, RBL Bank. So here now it is just on one side, so it started above, so we'll not worry about the ones which are started at the earlier point, I mean, or the above point. But after that, after what it is doing after 10:30 matters more to me. So after 10:30 almost it was continuously trading downside, so it was an negative indicator for me, so it was a bearish stock for me. So once it got confirmed here that the market is going to collapse, you can see from where to where the stock closed. So it was almost like a it opened at around 147.2. From there it made a low of 140, which is almost like 7 plus rupees. Even in case if you are catching only 5 points there, it will be a very very good profit. So coming to the next stocks, so first we talked about all the bullish stocks. Now we will be talking about bearish, I mean, whatever we are talking now, we are talking about bearish stocks. So now here is the scenario again. Hinge Zinc started on the upside, but from there it immediately crossed on the downside. But you can see downside it didn't sustain, and it tried to move higher, but it got a failure in the second half. So just like a DLF, it was not on just only one side. So immediate first when what happened with the DLF is, if we compare, it was continuously, I mean, it at the starting it was on the upside, but from 10 o'clock it came below and it was trading below. But in this case you can see around 11:30 it came below, but it was not able to sustain. So this was like a good indication for me that I'm not going to trade on this stock, because it is continuously on the it is just violating that rule. However, if we really go with this theory, then probably at this point I would have bought this, because this portion, the first half till 10:30 10:45, it was continuously trading above. So it would have been my buying bet here. Okay, so we'll be talking about the how exactly to buy and how to sell. So where to buy and where to sell, we'll be talking about that, because that is one thing which I tell that probably you will be understanding the importance of this one. So now the same case here. So it was trading, it started trading it started trading on the upside here, and from there immediately the third candle it started down, and it was continuously trading down. So this was a very good indication for me that the stock is going to go down, because only after 2 3 candles it was continuously trading down. However, in the like a mid half 1 o'clock, it peaked out, but however it didn't went too much. It was just one candle which went against, and from there it fell. Okay, so now we talked about all the trending stocks which were there, and probably by now you might have understood the importance of this 51 EMA or the trend line very easy way, and you can see this. So this is one more very good example. Axis Bank, it got opened above that, above the 51 EMA line, and from there it was continuously trading below. So see here, and you can see this, you can see how good the stock respected this, and one time it respected, and continuously it was trading just exactly on that line, in fact below that line, and you can see the crash how it happened at the second half. And this is one thing what I just wanted to mention you here is you might have seen a number of YouTube videos wherein people will be talking about one indicator and on one stock. Okay, because if we really look into like that, like one indicator working on one stock, we will be finding a number of scenarios. But uh, definitely there will be only like such instances which really works good, which with all the stocks. So whatever the stocks we saw till now, so it was working so good. So this EMA, and in fact the last session which we had last Sunday, probably if anyone present there, even with the live examples from the last Friday's data, I showed them how exactly they were working good, and in fact I showed them the my profit also, whatever I had booked on that day. Okay, so is that clear with a trending thing? So how to identify the trend? Can you please mention that in the comment section? Guys, can you hear me? Hello. Oh, sorry, I had. Okay, clear. So someone want to check Indigo? Yeah, let's check Indigo. Exactly what was the stock on that day? And I don't know whether when you talk about Indigo, 51 EMA trend line, how to get that? I will show you that. So it's a very simple thing which you can get it from any other any applications whichever you are using. So Indigo chart is here. So you can see one thing. But before anything, when the stock boomed on this day on Thursday, I gave it closed around 1161 area, and I had made a video on that day, and the next day I gave a target in my YouTube video around that 1205 level. So if you want, you can just go and watch that stock, and how exactly the stock at the first minute itself it made a high of 1210, and from there it fell almost like 80 rupees. Okay, so this was a very volatile stock. So now talking about EMA, about this line, for this line. So now this app name is Webull, Webull, a very simple application, a very small application, and it is really working good for me. Okay, so now talking about this 51 EMA line. So you can see that the stock opened very higher, and in fact it made a very high on the first candle itself. From there it was continuously trading lower. So at least at this point I would have thought that the stock will go down, but however it goes against me here, and in fact it touched here, but again while coming down, so you can see here it respected that. So that means after this it became a bullish, okay, bullish trade. So see here continuously it was respecting, it was trying to go upside, but however it got fail here, and at the second point it crashed. But see the importance now of this VWAP line. Once the market started crashing, it came down. Okay, it came down, but see, as soon as the market tried to recover a bit, so it boomed from 1113 to 1152, which is almost like 40 rupees, so which is like almost 3.5% for this stock. So this is the importance of this stock, because of this indicator. Because if I leave this first like a 1 hour or 1.5 hour, so it was continuously trading above the line, which is respecting this. So the one thing which you always need to see is the one which is coming near to that and going against. So see here from top it came near to this line, or in fact touched this line, but from there it took a U-turn. So whenever the stock is doing that, then you should understand that the stock should be going big on that direction. Okay, so even though because of the market it might have crashed here, but the whatever the retracement what it gave at the second half, it was like a super awesome. And you can see after doing all these things it closed exactly at the EMA line itself. Okay, so now I think I assume that this is clear about how to find this, how to find the trending stock. So then now main question comes, how to trade these stocks. Okay, so this is the big question. Let me take you through the same examples again. uh, First of all, like my question here is, are you guys comfortable with the theory which we talked till now? Are you clear with how to how exactly the trend is, um, uh, what is it created, and how to follow that? Can you please compare with DLF and Tata Motors? Okay, okay, I'll do that. DLF. Okay, so when talking about DLF, it started on the like upside here, but from there it was a failure. So if you see by 10 o'clock it was a failure, it came down below that line, and after the all throughout the noon session it was trading below this. So see here, it tried touching that, it tried going against the line, but it was a failure, it failed again. Again around that 12 o'clock it tried going that line, but it was a failure continuously, and from there it was a failure. Okay, so Tata Motors, we need to avoid Tata Motors. Same case with DLF. DLF, it is not the same case, because you can see only once it was there on the upside, that too at the beginning. So I clearly said that we should always avoid the stocks till 10 or 10:30, and after 10:30 if you are seeing, if I'm seeing the stock at 10:30, the one thing what I'll be seeing is initially the stock was up and now it is coming down. So now for temporary I'll be assuming the stock is going down. Okay, so but now what I will do is, for the confirmation I will wait for this candle, and once when this candle respects again this line, then I'll be double confirming that this is a theory, this is a trending day for this DLF. And once when it does the same thing around this area, that is a clear cut third time indication for me that it is going to go down. Okay, so this is DLF. So DLF was a clear cut indication on the sell side, but let's see Tata Motors how exactly it was behaving, because you're asking Tata Motors comparison. Tata Motors, there was something abnormal. So here you can see initially it was upside, and at around 10 o'clock it came downside, and from there here at this point 12:30 if you see it was it went against the line. So here probably this was the reason we would have avoided this stock if you are looking around this 1 o'clock time frame. But however, whatever the question you asked, the same with DLF, if I'm looking at this stock at maybe 12 o'clock at this time frame, definitely I would have shorted this stock. The reason being, after opening higher, the stock was continuously trading lower here and it was respecting that line. So that was a clear cut indication for me that it is going to be a selling side only. But however, it went upside. But one thing to be noted here is whatever the upside it made, probably it will if anyone close to me, or if anyone is in my Telegram group or WhatsApp group, you might be knowing that definitely I would have traded this stock around this price, but my stop loss wouldn't have hit. So we will be talking about that in now, how to take this, how to trade this. So where to enter, where to exit, where will be my stop loss. Before that, any other questions? Any other questions? Hello. Time frame here is 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, so if not anything, so let's look into the how to trade this. So we saw trend, but how to catch that trend. So now what we need to do is we need to wait for the stock to come and touch that EMA or 51 EMA. So now I here I'll be understanding, I'll be clearly understanding the stock is going up, but definitely I won't be touching the stock. I won't be trading this. I'll be trading the stock only once it comes and touches the line. So that means I'll be just observing the stock all throughout the morning, and I'll be waiting for the opportunity to enter only at this point wherein the candle touches the EMA line. So which is in this case, I'll tell you, 994.55 is the low, or in fact if I see the EMA, you can see 994.42 was the EMA. So around the 994 I'll be waiting for the stock to buy. Okay, 995. So this is how you need to buy. So you need to wait for the stock which is in a continuously uptrend to come and touch that EMA line. Then you will be going and taking the buying side here. You will be buying the stock at 994. And for the people who knows me, exactly my stop loss will be 1% from this point. So if I'm buying this stock at 994, my stop loss will be at 984. 10 rupees for a 1000 rupee stock. So this is a very simple theory you need to apply. So you need to wait for the stock to come and touch that line, and as soon as it touches, you need to you need to take an entry at the touching point, and you need to keep a 1% as your stop. Not able to see video? Oh, is that true with everyone? Guys, can you please confirm if you can see the video? Hello? Can you see? Okay, you can see. Kapil there, I think you need to rejoin, seems, because the other people are seeing that. Okay, can see. That's great. Okay, so now as per this theory, what we need to do is that we need to wait for the stock to come and touch that. Once it comes and touches this 994, I'll be buying the stock. Okay, so after buying, so we'll be talking about the target later, but initially we'll be talking about the stop loss, because stop loss is must for every trade, and that is the important thing more than anything. So 994 I will be buying with a strict stop loss of 10 rupees, which is 884. And many, in fact, in the channel also I had mentioned it on Friday that I'm taking this trade at this price, and in fact I gave the buying order also at 994. Okay, and the low you can see here 985.2 it made low. So in the top portion you can see. Okay, so here it made a low of 985, 984.35. In fact, it didn't touch that 984 mark at all. From there, it continuously went upside. Almost it went like a 40 rupees from the base here. So this is the importance of this stock. Even though the market, because of the overall market, the stock fell for a while, but once the market recovered, these trending stocks will be the first ones to recover, and they will be closing at their day's high. And you can see here, it made a day high at 3305. After 3 o'clock, it even crossed the day's high earlier, which it made around 11 o'clock. It crossed that and it closed at the day's high point. So the theory here is your buying point, again I'm telling you, your buying point should be this line, this EMA line, whatever the price you will be seeing here, you'll be buying that, and your stop loss will be 1% down. And now coming to your target. So generally, it's my theory I'm talking about again. Uh, when I am trading the stocks of these trending stocks, I will be generally having the open target. So that means I'll be squaring it off at 310 itself. So I won't be having any targets, because whenever you see these kind of trending stocks, they are having a tendency to close at the peak day's peak itself. So you can see n number of things, n number of stocks we'll be seeing here, and you will be understanding how exactly this behaved. So see this, it was a trending stock. Even though it came down, it didn't took my stop loss, but and later it closed at the day's high point. Okay, and one important thing here is why many of us will lose money. Will be talking about that in a minute now. So what happens is, generally, like our human mentality is, when the stock is going upside, so we'll be just watching that. And what we'll do is, once it reaches to like peak or something continuously, if the stock is going upside, we will be buying there with a stop loss of something. And what happens is, once the stock has gone too much, it has to retrace a bit. Okay, so in that retracement period itself, we'll be getting hit our stop. So my thing, what I'm saying here is, you should never buy the stock which is continuously going upside. So you should always wait for the retracement. So that retracement is nothing but your 51 EMA, which is the trend break point. Okay. So this is about Lupin. So then we'll be talking about next Muthoot Finance, and whatever the trend we'll be talking about, you should always apply with the top gainers and top losers. So now here the same case, stock is continuously trading above here, so I will not be touching this. I'll be buying stock once it comes and touches this line, so which is nothing but 1209.96, meaning at 11210 I'll be buying this stock. Okay, and my stop loss will be 1210 1198, which is 12 rupees. Okay, so I'm okay. to getting the stop loss hit here, because it came almost 18 rupees from my buying entry. But however, you can see here, as it was a trending, so even though my stop loss got hit here, but you can see the stock again, it went on the upside, and it closed almost at the day's high. Okay, so this is one case wherein my stop loss could have been hit, but that is fine. So in Lupin, I would have got 3% profit. Here, losing 1% is totally fine for me. Next, coming to the Jindal Steel, where I would have traded this. Okay, so see here, it opened on the upside, and I said only after 10:30 I will be entering the stock. So here, after opening on the upside, continuously the stock is trading on that line, so that means the stock is still on the bullish side. So I'll be buying the stock at maybe at 10:30 or 10:35 around this line, which is 258.3. From there, see, you can see that the stock how it boomed on the upside, which gave you 9 rupees. However, at the second point, it came down, but whether it again takes a stop for the new entries here. So if I look at it, it is 262.6, and yeah, definitely it has hit a stop at this point. If someone has entered, so if someone didn't entered here for buying, and once it comes down here at this level at 2 o'clock, if they would have bought, they would have hit. But however, if you would have bought here, you would have almost got like a 3 or more percentage here. Okay, so this JSW also you would have got 3 percentage. Same case here. uh, Stock was upside, 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 and for the first time it touched here at around 140, 150 time frame. From there, yes, in fact, it hit the stop, but however, like it didn't go too much on the downside. So from the line, it hardly like 1.5% it went, but from there recovered. So these all things, these are failures we are talking, because the market was a bearish. So now if we really look at the bearish stocks, then you will understand how much money you would have made. So this one you would not have traded, because it is nowhere touched that EMA line. Okay, so all the time it was below that line. So Asia Motors definitely would have not traded this. But see here, Tata Motors, what I said is, the stock went downside from the top, it went downside. So here it touched for the first time, which my EMA is 129.13 somewhere here, or 129.2 I can say. So here I would have bought, and see the like top how much it touched 130.4, exactly. It touched 1% from that line. So you see the importance of that line. So exactly it touched 1%. And now if you see with respect to this candle, whatever the EMA was there in this one, it was 129.19, that means 129.2. From there it went 1.2, that means it didn't touch that exactly 1%. Below 1% itself it started falling, and from there it fell almost 7 8 rupees, which is like a 5 plus percentage. So you got my point. So here, even though I was in selling side here, it went against the line, but it didn't touch my stop. If you consider the entry here, then probably it would have touched. But if someone like if I would have calculated it with respect to the EMA at this point, I would have definitely like it would have been saved, and I would have got much money for it, this one. But however, as a new person, probably it might not be like this particular stock or chart might be a bit confusing for you, but you can just concentrate on the stocks which are continuously on the single side. But for me, I am kind of I'm totally okay moments now, because of continuously monitoring that. So I would have shorted that. So the other example here, probably I will show you the stop hit. So it was it started above, but it failed, like it came down. And from there, so when it was trading below, I would have bought around this price, which is 184.7 is my EMA line, 184.7. And immediately it went and touched my stop here. So I'm totally okay to grab my stop of 1%, because on the other stocks, wherever I'm right, I'm getting 3 4 percentage in my as my profit. But wherever I'm wrong, I'm losing 1%. That is totally okay for me. One more stock here. So the same thing happened just like Eicher Motors. The stock was continuously trading below that line, and it never came and touched that 51 EMA line. So probably I would have not taken any trade. But just for your information, this was a clear cut or trending stock on the downside. Okay, then next comes DLF. So DLF, same thing, what we saw. So it was trading upside and it came down, and first time it touched this line at 1140. So I would have shorted this. I would have shorted this at 147.35 because that was the line. And from there it made a high of 147.5, meaning it hardly made 15 paisa from my shorting price. And see from there, it fell like a 7 rupees, exactly 7 rupees. So almost like 5.5% I'll be getting. So with this theory, what I'm saying is, you losing one losing 3 or 4 trades is equal to getting only one right trade, is what is the one indication, what I mean, 1 point learning thing what I'm trying to say here. So even if you are losing 3 to 4 stocks, if you are getting only one stock in your favor, that is as good as you making a very good profit. And as I said earlier, Hinzink was again a stop hit, so we'll be uh, taking that out. And yeah, so TVS Motor, so one thing, the same thing we'll be seeing here. Stock opened higher and it closed it opened, I mean, it came below. And see here, for the first time it touched here at 1225, and 1225 my EMA was 425.25. So if I consider 425.25 on that, if I apply 4.5 rupees as my stop loss will be 490, 429.5 exactly. But now you can see here, the stock reversed at exactly 428.55, which is one less than 1% itself. Okay, it went from my price, it went around 0.8% against me, but from there it was a good fall for the stock, and I made again like a maybe 1.5% on this one, or not really 1.5, it is 2% plus. 425 was my buying price, and 415 it made a low, so probably even if it would have removed at around 417, 418, I would have got 2%. So is that clear? Can you please confirm that everything is looking good? Are you getting what I'm saying, or I'm missing something? Please let me know. So is it like the theory is clear? So don't hesitate if you have any questions. I'm here just to answer any of your queries. So whatever doubts you do have, I'm happy to resolve that, or help you to understand questions. Okay, fine. I think I understand. One more chart, please. Okay, so the next one, Axis Bank. After TVS, Axis was the thing. So let us understand here. So now here, Axis, you can see stock opened higher at 9:15, and it started coming down. So here after 10 o'clock, the stock was continuously trading down, and my my shorting will be, because here it is continuously trading downside, so my intention will be, my waiting point will be for the stock to come and hit this 51 EMA line wherever it intersects. So I'll be shorting. So now in this chart, maybe around 11:45 it came and touched that at 446.15. So I would have shorted this 446.15, and see the high, how much it made just a 35 paise from that, from my buying price. From there, from 446, you can see how much is that. Oh yeah, for 446, it almost gave us 20 rupees, which is like a, if I go with a percentage, it is 4.5% for the stock. Even if I would have removed it around 3%, 3% is a very good target, which is as good as your three hitting stop. So now whatever the stocks we saw till now, probably 3-4 might have hit the stop of 1%, but the other ones are giving you a very good profit, which you are seeing it on the live charts, whatever happened on the Friday. Okay, one more chart I'll be showing as per your request, Hindalco. I hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's a 5 minutes chart. Okay, so Hindalco, here continuously the stock was on the uptrend, so I would have waited for the stock to buy, and it came the buying price at this candle. Okay, this candle it touched at 145, it touched at 186.3. 186.3 meaning 184.5 will be my stop loss. Definitely it took that, because of that crash, it came down, and you were observing one thing. Only the metal stocks got my stop loss hit yesterday, Friday. So whatever the stocks we saw, JSW Steel we saw, and Hindalco, and I think there was one more stock. So these are the stocks which got my stop loss hit. But however, like you see that at the later point when the market recovered, so see the guy how he recovered. This Hindalco. Okay, one more chart. Uh, okay, one more thing I'll be showing you Bata India. And guys, don't change the time frame for this theory. So someone asking me to change it to 10 minutes, don't do that, because see, uh, VWAP is a different theory and EMA is a different theory. And for EMA it looks good with 5 minutes, with whatever my experience is. So don't change the minutes to 10 or anything. So it should be 5 constant for this EMA theory. Okay, so see, Bata India, probably see now, it opened below and it went upside, and see all these candles. It was a kind of totally narrow range. Definitely, I would have not touched the stock, because it should be on one side starting from the beginning. But here, all these area from 9:15 till this time 10:10. So it was all totally all throughout. So I would have not touched this stock. So it was totally out of my radar on that day. Okay, so I would have not touched it at all. But India, fine. Okay, let's go back to our presentation. I think I hope that that is clear with you. 51 EMA, how to identify the trend and how to trade the stocks. Now the important, very important one is how to trade gaps. So whenever the gap up or gap down happens, how to trade that. Um, in a gap, if we get the below opportunity, then it can be a big money maker. Okay, so what it says is it can be a big money maker. So that means there are few criterias in the gaps. If that criteria follows, then you can make a very big money in the market. So how and what are those? There are four things. One is, first we'll be talking about gap down and open low. So first we'll be talking about buying the stocks, where we'll be buying. Whenever there is a gap down, that means for some reason the stock opens lower, and uh, it makes a low exactly at that point wherein it opened. Okay, so that will be a point wherein I'll be buying the stock. Gap down it opened, and exactly that is the point wherein it opened. So for example, if a stock opened at sorry, it closed yesterday at say 100 rupees, and it made it today, it opened at 95, and 95 itself was the low point for that day, low of the day at 9:15 itself. So first candle itself it made a low, and if it tries to go up from 95 continuously from the point where it opened, you will be buying that. Similarly, if there is a gap up on any stock, and once the gap up is done, if it is making a high exactly at that point, so we will be buying, sorry, gap up. Once it is opened gap up for some reason, and from there it makes a open low, that means this kind of scenario tells us that there is something very big coming in this stock, not only that it opened gap up, but exactly at that point after opening a gap up, it made a open low. So I assume that at this point you will be clear with open high open low strategy, because that is a very base of market. So whichever follows that open high open low, the stocks generally will do good. But if you really apply that with the gap theory, then the stocks they really perform very good. So the second theory what it says is that so the first theory what it says is gap down and open low. So there is some negative news for the stock and it opened lower, but it made a open low. So that means is whatever the negative news was there, or the whatever the stock behaved opening price, so that is not a kind of that is not that big negative news which can impact that. Okay, so the second one is gap up and open low. So there is some news for any stock on that day, and if it makes an open low, then it tells us that whatever the news has come, it is going to impact the stock a lot. So that is the reason why in both these cases, whenever the stock does a gap up or gap down of sorry, open high or open low after a gap, you should be buying or selling that. So in this case, as it is open low on both the sides, I will be buying that. And definitely believe me that if these kind of scenarios happen, you will be getting like uh, too much profit on these stocks, because it will be like a you will be definitely getting minimum of 4 percentage, because whenever this gap happens, there will be some real news or reason behind that. And if it continues that gap, it will be like a too much movement for the stock on that day. Okay, so I personally consider the gap as 0.75 percentage for any stock. So if a stock opens down or gaps up 0.75 percentage, then I will be considering that as a gap. Okay, so similarly, the next thing is shorting. So when we'll be shorting that? Whenever a stock has gapped down and made a open high, so there is some negative news for any stock, and after opening at 9:15, it makes that point as a day high. So that means not only that it has opened gap down, it has made an open high. That means the selling pressure is still going on in that stock, and there will be too much like a selling will be coming on the stock, and the stock will go further down. And similarly, if because of any reason, if a stock gapped up and it was not able to sustain after the gap up and it made an open high, there I will be shorting this stock, short selling the stock. Any doubts here? Any questions? No. Okay, I'll consider it as no then. Okay, so then one more thing is how to trade with moving averages. So this is the next topic, how to trade with moving averages. We should look for the stock which is respecting a particular EMA and try to execute the stock based on that indicator. So generally, like if you are a regular viewer of my YouTube channel, so by now you might have known my stock picking ability, how I do that, and I'll be showing you with some examples and try to execute like how I will pick the stock, and how to exactly go back and uh, do the trading on those stocks. So I want any stock to be given by you, and I'll be telling you how to exactly find the movements for any stocks. So how can we expect the stock is going up or down? So if you just tell me any stock, I'll be showing you how to identify the stock, where exactly it will be heading, and where it will be having the resistance or support points. Uh, there are fans of Bata India here. So I'll be saying Bata India as India Cements. So first we'll be talking about, when we talk about this theory, we'll be talking about daily time frame. Okay. So now here by default I have 51 EMA line. Okay. So now one thing, if you see, you need to see. So now if I'm seeing in this time zone, I'm seeing 3 times the stock is touching this line. Okay, so one is this, second one is around this time, and the third one is this. But however, if you really look into this, there is still a small portion of the candle going behind this. So now what we need to do is we need to just increase it by some number. So for example, now from 51 I will be making it as 55. So now 55, it came down, but still there is something, just some part of it going outside. So now what I'll be doing is, again I'll be changing my EMA line to from 55 to say 60. Probably that will be the number daily. Okay, where I am. Okay, so see now, see the importance of this one. So 60 is working good because it touched here, it touched here, and almost it touched here. 3 times it touched, and it is giving a very good respect for this stock. So we should always find these kind of resistances, and we need to or supports, and we need to adjust our line, EML line. So we need to modify that in order to just find out the next thing. So now as per here, it was taking a very good support at 60 EMA. But once it failed here, once it tries to hold like a failed the support of that 60 EMA, see continuously how the stock fell. And see one important thing here. Even though it fell, the same support line which was earlier, now it is acting as a resistance. So now you can see here, it came near to that line. From there it took U-turn. Again it came near to that line, it took U-turn. See here, it in fact it overtook also, like it went against for some time, but again see the failure, how it failed above that line. However, it went some like a 13662 high, because of might be some news, because of some news it might have reached some 100 points. But see the failure, how exactly it failed. And after that failure, see here, it respected one time here, second time here. In fact, last week also it respected here. So Bata India 60 EMA works very good for Bata India. So now my next thing will be, I'll be waiting for the stock to come and touch the 60 EMA line around this 1295 range or 1290 range. By that time it touches that, this EMA will be still, it will be downside. So maybe around 1280, 1290 will be next shorting opportunity for this stock. So till it crosses on the upside, there is no buying opportunity here. Okay, so I'll be showing you one more stock so that you'll be getting some idea. Okay, so any other stocks which you want me to check? Can you please mention any stocks which you want me to check? Or am I not seeing? Okay. So landscape mode. Okay, sorry, I'll do that landscape. Which is the next one? Ashok Leyland ITC. Okay, I'll be doing. Oh, sorry, crude oil. These series doesn't work good with commodities. Okay. ITC. Okay, let's check ITC. Generally, I don't follow ITC because that is a very stable stock. So generally, I don't follow. I always look into kind of good volatile stocks. So now, if I come to ITC, first I'll turn off this. Now, am I in daily? Okay, 1 day time frame. Okay, I'm at a daily time frame. So now, initially, after looking at this part from 712, this range, what I'm seeing here is the stock is respecting the line just above this. So this will be, oops, sorry, what it is there. Okay, so now if I look into, let me zoom it in. So probably you can consider it from here. So here you can see the stock is coming down, and it respected once here, second time here, And once it fell for the third time here, then I would have considered this the same EMA line which we had applied for the other stock is working good here, and the same thing you can see the same 60 EMA. See here, it fell down, and once it touches back here from its downtrend. From here it fell something like this, and see the importance. Now once it crossed that line comfortably, it will struggle a lot to cross that, even though it crossed here, but it didn't sustain for too many days. In just one day it again took a u-turn, and it is trading. So see now, see how good it is respecting this 60 EMA line. See, it respected here, and again yesterday it almost respected that. It almost touched that. So now 60 EMA is a very good indicator for this stock, but however it should not do that continuously. So whatever it is doing in a fraction of like these many days, it should not do. Once it is doing, second time it is doing, third time it is doing. So what I am seeing here is the stock might crack in the coming days, because multiple times it should not touch. So, and yesterday's movement also was kind of bigger. However, I will be not shorting the stock till that 194 is broken, and it waits for a I will wait for a day, and once it comfortably goes below 192 and 193, then definitely I'll be shorting it for a short term. Okay, the same line is acting as a support and resistance, 60 EMA itself. Any other one more stock I will be taking? India Cements you want? So please speak Hindi. I can't understand. Okay, fine. Hindi में भी explain करूँगा. So let's now look into India Cements. So one of my asked. Okay. So see here, if I look at this time frame, so this indicator, so I will, first of all I will be adjusting the stock. So now 60 EMA is not working good for this, because we are having ups and downs here. So if you see this area and this area, so I should move my EMA to something more. So I'll be making it as 80. अभी मैं इसको 80 कर दूंगा, तो I think it will be near to that. Okay, so it is still further more than 80. So 80 से मैं 100 try करूँगा अभी. So the software being used is VBull. VBull is a free Android application. You can use that. It's a very good reliable application. Okay, so 100 कर दिया मैंने, but still you are seeing a small portion going out. So I'll be just modifying it some more. Maybe 110 can help me. Okay, and one more thing, like whenever we say that something is working, so there is nothing like 100% which is working in the market. So we need to use our common sense all the time. So there is nothing like when I say here, like, when I apply any EMA, there is no guarantee that it should happen hundreds of the times. Even though if it works 70 75 per times, that should be, I should be very happy with that, because it is how the market is, and there is nothing as such clear-cut indicator which works hundreds of the times. Okay, so it is still more. We can just modify it furthermore. Maybe another 5 or 6 we can add, so that it gives me some clear picture. Okay, yeah, probably I'll add 5 more. $130. Okay, so here you can see that it is going a bit above, but that should be okay. So here, one time, two time, when it is touching that, probably the next time when it was coming here, I would have shorted this stock. Okay, let's ignore that whatever it has went upside. But if it is going upside on like continuously, then it might be something in that which is a real good news. And this stock, see, it is not behaving that good with this line. So probably here it would have been, here we would have bought this stock, but however it went against. So it is not that good indicator for this stock. And as I said, generally these kind of stocks which are which are very slow, uh, generally they won't behave this behave or they won't follow the indicator. So now if you see this, initially like in this area it didn't follow that, but however when we are seeing that this area, it is looking like again the same thing is happening. So it is coming towards this line, so which is 110. So currently it is trading might be around how much it is, 114, right? So maybe another 4 rupees I'll be waiting. So once it closes below this line, below this 130 EMA line, so currently it is at 110.4. So probably 109 108 might be a very good shorting opportunity. From there the stock might go down, but however it has came near only once, so there are still chances that it might go on the higher side before coming down. So for per me, if you ask me my view on this, I'll be buying the stock once it touches here at 110. Maybe I'll be using 5 rupees as stop loss, which is 5 percentage, and I'll be waiting for a target of some good target till the last support, last resistance where it took around this 130 price. So definitely, like I will be, if not that 130, maybe 125 will be my next target from 110. Okay, so that is how you need to modify your EMAs. अरे यार बहुत सारे लोग ये तो पहले ही बोलने का था लाइक बोलने को ओके ठीक है तो इतना तो समझ में आया होगा सो बिकॉज दीज आर इवन तो इंग्लिश में बात किया पर सब कुछ चार्ट लैंग्वेज अपना जो मार्केट लैंग्वेज है था आपको समझ में आया होगा ठीक है then next one, so this is how you need to modify your EMAs. Can we reduce the EMA period? Definitely yes. You need to take that to the nearest EMA wherein it works, whether it can be on the higher side or on the lower side. You can just modify it based on your based on the stock where it is where it is respecting. Okay. Fine. Is that clear? Guys, any questions there? Okay, so I assume that there are no questions. We will be going ahead with the next thing, trade VWAP. So again, a very, very good indicator. Very good indicator. So these EMA 51 and VWAP can be your life turning points. So if you really follow this. So we'll be talking about VWAP also now. So how do you need to do? Just like EMA 51, you need to look for the top gainers or top losers coming near to the VWAP and trade them in their original direction. Okay, so we'll be seeing that how what exactly does that mean. अगर कोई भी एक टॉप गेनर या टॉप लूजर रहेगा उसको आप वेट करने का है. जब तक वेट करने का आपको जो भी टॉप गेनर रहता है वो आके ऊपर से नीचे आके जब तक वो वी वैप को टच करेगा तब तक वेट करना है. जब वो टच करेगा वहाँ पे आपको बाइंग करना है. तो कैसे करना है देखते हैं. अगेन सेम थिंग. क्या करते हैं पहले लेट्स गो इनटू द टॉप गेनर्स. The same thing whichever we applied 51 EMA earlier, we will be applying the same way. Instead of EMA, I will be applying VWAP. VWAP is the theory which we are talking about now. So, and you can see here, VWAP won't be it won't work on a delivery basis. It always works on a it's a intraday indicator basically. Okay, so for that now what I need to do is I need to change the chart from, let me change that from daily to 5 minutes. I'll be changing that. Now I'll be applying my VWAP and yeah, this is how it works. At the start it started here and it continuously went upside, and I am not touching it here. I will be touching, as per this theory, I will be touching the stock at around 995.5, because this is, or even 998.78. So this is the point wherein it touched for the first time. So here I'll be buying again with the same theory as like EMA 51, with a 1% as my stop. So the same stock which we looked earlier, it was holding good. So it gave, as per EMA, it gave us an indication for selling at around 994 area, but this gave us a early indication of that 5 rupees. So probably if we would have bought around this price, it would have been, stop loss would have been hit by 4-5 rupees extra. But however, like again, like once it touches and goes below, and once it again crosses that VWAP line, see how it went good. So initially वो टच करेगा, I mean टच किया इधर, पर टच करने के बाद इधर जो भी मार्केट गिरा उसकी वजह से ये थोड़ा बहुत गिरा, पर गिरने के बाद कंटिन्यूसली it went on the upside again. So similarly एक नेक्स्ट देखते हैं मुथूट फाइनेंस, ये कैसे बिहेव किया. सो ये भी स्टॉप लॉस हिट वाला स्टॉक किया, क्योंकि ऑलमोस्ट यहाँ से 1 to 11 को ही सेलिंग अपॉर्चुनिटी दिया था. मतलब वहाँ से 20 रुपये गिरा, 20 रुपये, मतलब हाँ अपना स्टॉप लॉस डेफिनेटली हिट हुआ इधर. ओके, बिकॉज ऑफ द मार्केट. सो लेट्स अवॉइड दिस बिकॉज इट वॉज हिटिंग द स्टॉप लॉस इन बोथ द वेज बिकॉज ऑफ द बेरिश मार्केट. तो अभी देखते हैं कि बेरिश सिनारियो में अगर हम लोग बेरिश स्टॉक्स को ही ढूंढ लेते तो कैसे रहेगा. This stock, Asia Motors, initially it opened on the upside, but from there like it was trading down, and definitely just like EMA में हमने जो देखा था वैसे ही सेम केस हुआ इधर भी. लाइक इधर कुछ भी इंडिकेशन नहीं मिला और कुछ भी एंट्री नहीं मिला हमको एज पर दिस VWAP. So I haven't traded this. So let's come to Tata Motors. Yeah, Tata Motors, you can see one thing. Tata Motors was an opportunity. So continuously VWAP के नीचे ही ट्रेड कर रहा है. It is continuously trading below this line, and it is coming and touching the line at this time frame, which is 1220. So my VWAP price was 129.56. So I would have bought this stock at 129.56, which is 129.6. From there my stop loss will be same as 1%, which is 130.9. It will be 130.9 मेरा stop loss हो जाता है. और यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं ये जो भी हाई बना है सिर्फ मेरा एंट्री से ऑलमोस्ट लाइक 60-70 पैसे बना है, और वहाँ से ही नीचे गिर गया. Because again I am telling you, it was continuously trading down, so I was waiting for the opportunity for the stock to come and touch that VWAP line. It did here. So immediately as soon as it did, so don't go for the candle color as it is looking green. So green दिखेगा तो बहुत सारे लोग क्या करते हैं, बाइंग पे आ जाता है. नहीं. So like this is the specialty of this candle. You are going against the trend, but however in a long trend you will be right. Okay, so as soon as it touches that, you will be shorting the stock, and you got good 4 to 5% returns. RBL Bank, शायद इसमें भी स्टॉप लॉस हिट हुआ होगा. ये देखिए, ये पहले नीचे था, जब मार्केट शुरू हुआ तो नीचे ट्रेड कर रहा था, उसके बाद थोड़ा बहुत इधर कंसोलिडेट कर दिया, पर उसके बाद ऊपर जा रहा था. जो भी मार्केट गिरा स्पेशली बिकॉज ऑफ बैंक्स, ये वाला इसका जो भी सपोर्ट था उसको तोड़ दिया. सो इट वाज अ फेलियर. ओके, सो बट वन थिंग आई टेल वेरी क्लियरली हियर, don't look into the failures, because the theory what I'm saying here is it is not about failures, it is about the passing ones. So the success ones, whatever you are getting, the success rate is too high. So till now we stocked three trades which were a failure, but only 1 or 2 stocks which were success, but success rates was 3% minimum 3%. So same case यहाँ पे भी देख सकते हैं आप, ये नीचे ट्रेड कर रहा था और उसके बाद एक बार ऊपर जाने के लिए ट्राई किया पर फेल हो गया, पर उसके बाद कंटिन्यूसली नीचे कर रहा था. यहाँ पे एग्जैक्टली मेरा जो लाइन था वहाँ पे टच किया, टच करने के बाद इधर मेरा एंट्री हो गया. ओके, एंट्री होने के बाद कंटिन्यूसली कैसे 212 पे एंट्री हो गया. 212 पे एंट्री होने के बाद देख सकते हैं इधर कहाँ तक आया, ऑलमोस्ट 12 रुपये. 12 रुपये मतलब 6% I would have got in a single stock if you would have traded with this one. So don't go with a success ratio. Even though, like when I say success ratio, this strategy will be 60% successful, but 40% might be wrong. But that doesn't mean that you are getting only 2 rupees out of that. If you do 10 trades, you are gaining 6 rupees and losing 4 rupees. It is not the case. When you are losing, if out of 10 stocks, if I talk, you will be losing one rupee on sorry, on those 4 stocks, which will be 4 rupees you will be losing. But definitely on a minimum of 3 rupees you will be getting on every your success trade. So which is like 3 rupees on every success trade, meaning six right trades into three, which is 18. So um, out of 10 trades, you will be gaining 18 rupees and losing only 4 rupees, meaning overall you will be still in a 14 rupees profit only. Hope that is clear. Always you need to you need not to worry about your failures. Let the failures come in. So same thing, uh, DLF, it is continuously trading below, and somewhere here it came very near to that. Probably this would have been our shorting opportunity. From there the stock fell, even though the stock didn't touch that. And all the time, don't like keep on restricting yourself 100% that it should touch. So you always keep that 10 15 paisa as a buffer zone. If it is respecting there by 10 15 paisa, you can definitely take the trade. Okay. So see here also we got around around 4 to 5 percentage, and probably here it would have been a stop loss hit. But let's check. So here continuously the stock was trading down. So it gave us an shorting opportunity at this candle, which is 240.18, and 240.18. From there it went 3 rupees on the higher. So it hit a stop loss. That is fine. So like a 4 5 stop loss hit and 5 6 target hits, so that is totally fine. So the same case with the TVS Motor. It was trading continuously on the downside, and it gave us a shorting opportunity here at 426.31. From there, even if I had entered at 426, it made a high of 426.85. Matlab 2.5 rupees, almost a 0.7% it went against me, but at the end, it gave me a very good results of like a more than 2%. Am I audible, or is that clear? Can you please let me know? I, did you understand the theory? We are almost towards the end of the session, so just let me know if you have any questions here. Okay, fine. So I assume that this theory you have got this. Okay, so you have got the theory, and what my suggestion is, you can use either VWAP or your 51 EMA. So you can use any one of them. So or you can use both also, but try to follow one so that it will give you a good result. Okay, and believe me, again I'm telling you, you will make a lots of money with this only one or two theories. Don't look for multiple things, just try to follow these things. So these two are a very important ones, which will give you a very good result. With explain one chart with where to sell or buy at exact point. So I showed you so many things, but still I'll be showing you one more final one, probably Axis Bank. We can see, यस सी हियर एक्सिस बैंक में देख सकते हैं आप। डेली चार्ट अगर मैं देखूंगा तो स्टॉक इधर से नीचे ही ट्रेड कर रहा है कंटिन्यूसली। एक बार जब ये टच करेगा इधर अराउंड दैट 11:25 टाइम, मैं इसको शॉर्ट कर दूंगा अराउंड दैट 446 लेवल्स और 440.5 445.8 पे लेवल्स पे, और वहाँ पे मेरा स्टॉप लॉस रहेगा अराउंड दैट 450 मार्क पर। यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं वहाँ से सिर्फ 80 पैसे ऊपर गया, मतलब 0.2% ऊपर गया है स्टॉक को मेरा एंट्री पॉइंट से, और वहाँ से ऑलमोस्ट 5% का रिटर्न दे दिया मेरे को। ऑलमोस्ट 5%। तो हमारा जो भी लाइक 5 जो स्टॉक्स हिट हुए थे 1% दोज ऑल वेर रिकवर्ड बाय ओनली वन दिस स्टॉक। सो देर वॉज लाइक जो भी दूसरे स्टॉक्स जो भी हमने प्रॉफिट देखा वो सारा के सारा अपना प्रॉफिट्स ही है। ठीक है, सो दिस इज ओनली वन स्टॉक वेयर इन आर स्टॉक गॉट हिट, आई मीन आर टारगेट गॉट हिट वेर इन इट वॉज बाय टू मच लाइक almost like 3 to 4%. And one thing again and again I'm telling you, I'm showing you with respect to the stocks of the latest day, even though इसको इस सेशन को प्लान किया था लास्ट वीक, but I'm showing you with respect to the latest data. So this is not a kind of pre-planned on some fixed stocks wherein I'm showing you. I'm showing you on the stocks which are which behaved as per our theory, which we have earlier indicated. Okay, तो शायद समझ में आया होगा. Please reply if you have done. Can we combine 51 EMA trend indicator with VWAP indicator with the time frame? Definitely yes. Definitely yes. So if it is if you are applying and somewhere if you are seeing both the indicators giving a same indication, definitely you can shorter by that. So Axis Bank was the one among that which was giving both the indications at a very similar point. So definitely you could have bought or shorted that stock at that point. Okay, you can combine only these two, but don't combine multiple things. Don't bring in other factors from outside, because the session what I planned here or how I phrased here is just to help the people with a very minimum thing. And believe me, and I'm showing you again and again, so this is one thing which will make you a lot of money, lot of money. Okay, so no need for you to depend on anyone. uh, Definitely you can make a lot of money. So even if you are even if someone has joined the session recently or now, like if they have delayed joining, please do go back and watch the video whatever the times you want at the later point. So it will be available in YouTube in my channel, and you can just go through the theories again and again. So by watching multiple times, probably you will be getting to know still furthermore. जितना ज़्यादा देखोगे उतना आपको समझ में आता होगा कि कैसे मेरा व्यू रहेगा इन स्टॉक्स में. तो आपको पता चल जाएगा कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली आई एम ट्राइंग टू से. सो फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम अगर आपको कोई भी कन्फ्यूजन होगा तो भी आप दोबारा जाइए, दोबारा देखिए, जहाँ जहाँ पे मैंने इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स बताया कि ये जहाँ पे सेल करना है, कहाँ पे से बाई करना है, वो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. ठीक है, दोबारा जाके उधर देख लीजिए. और अगर कोई भी क्वेश्चंस रहेगा तो प्लीज़ मेरे को पूछिए, क्योंकि आई एम हियर जस्ट टू हेल्प पीपल with whatever the with whatever the problems they are facing because of the market, and I'm just here to help them, just to reduce that whatever the problems they have faced, and to help them to go big on the market in the right direction. And again I'm mentioning you that I'm not having any financial expectations from anyone. I'm just doing this for the benefit of the people. Okay, so I'm not looking for any benefit from financial benefit, whether it is from YouTube or from uh, any other stuff. It is just for the benefit of you guys. So your success will be my success is what I'm considering, because I don't want you to go through the same phase which I had went through in my difficult days in market. So I don't want you to go with the same days. Okay. Okay. Yes, so these are the only ones. These are the only two theories wherein market can give you a lot of money, provided you are a disciplined trader. You should wait for the stock to come to your range, then only you will be doing that. You will not be touching the stock before it is. So if you are seeing the stock is going up, that is not the point wherein you need to buy that. You need to wait for the stock to retrace to that point, then only you will be buying it. Okay, so please make sure that you are restricting yourself to these theories. The only two theories, very small theories. Even the like a new person who is in the market will be knowing these theories. Okay, so if you are clear with these two particular indicators, then you will be making a big amount of money. So many advanced people might be uh, telling you that this theory, this is a very small thing. Definitely this is a small thing, but this is not a small thing for making money. So this is a very big thing for making money, and I'm showing you live examples with how exactly the market is doing. And if you are a new here in my YouTube channel, please do subscribe so that we can have the live sessions now and then with all the stocks, with all the theories going on. And please do give your time for the learning. And it is very unfortunate that even when I say that I'm trying to help people in making them interactive, in my in Telegram channel there are like people who are really like they are uh, kind of, they are not even they are not replying with a one word, also with one sentence also. So what I'm saying is the people nowadays they want um, all the things which they will be learning with only giving money. So whatever the free learnings they are having, so it is not valuable to them, is what I'm feeling. So whatever I'm giving it for free, please take the advantage of that. Um, be active and take as much as learning out of it. Okay, if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. I will be happy to answer you. And if you are new in the channel, please do subscribe the channel, and also hit that like button. I'm seeing that not many people have hit that like. Please do that. Telegram link, you can just find it in my any of the earlier videos. So there you will be seeing the link. And if you are joining the link, please be active. Please be active and share your knowledge, so that you share your knowledge with others, and others share your knowledge with you, and it will be kind of interactive. It is not like it's just one person talking as if like he's not having some time. uh, the only reason being why I'm doing this is just to make you people learn something, even spending my own time. So the sole reason is just to have that interaction and have that learning. Okay, so please do that. And do the subscribe if you haven't done the channel yet. And we will be coming to the last slide of this day. There are hundreds of market books, stock market related books for your reference. You can just you can refer that. I'll be giving in the description below, or you can just um, yeah, probably I'll be giving it in the description, so you can just go through that. It is wherein you will be finding like a big number of books for your reference, all free reference. And you can just whatever the subject you want to look into. So I think almost I am having almost all the books related to those topics. So whichever the books you want to refer, you can freely refer it. I'll be giving you the links. Okay. So one video also I had made on this books I'm sharing here. However, I'll be giving the link in the description. Okay, so I'll be providing that later also. So please, now we are entering this question and answer session. Please, before you have any question, please hit that like button, whoever has not done it, and ask your queries. So we'll be talking about all the question and answers here in the next 5-10 minutes. All the questions. No questions? Or am I not seeing? Okay. Sir, your last profit. So profits are going on. So probably you will be. Yeah, I know. This is Narendra. So you are very well aware of my profits. Almost you see those every day. So I share my profits with some of my close groups, so that they get some motivation. And I'll be continuing doing that. But the only thing what I warn you is by looking at the bigger profits which someone does, please don't run behind those saying that you can do that. It needs some time. So definitely we'll be doing that, but after a certain point of time. not before that. So please wait for it. Start slowly, and from there you can make it very big. Okay. Next question is going to tell how to identify the stocks, next day stocks. So you can just follow that EMA theory, whatever we talked, delivery period by changing the EMA. So that is the simplest way wherein you can find out the stocks to trade on the next day. So for example, if some stock has taken exact reversal at that 60 EMA, whatever we talked, and it has taken a reversal, then probably that will be a stock for you to refer watch in the next day. So you can follow the same thing, whatever that EMA we talked. Just try, keep on learning, keep on applying the different EMAs, and you will be ending up with one indicator for each and every stock. In my videos also you will be seeing you are seeing that. So all the stocks I'll be picking with one indicator which is working good. Can you please share one chart, show it 51 and 51 EMA and VWAP? Sorry, actually in VBull there is no option for me to do that both at a time, but I will be definitely I'll be showing you in this way. So now for the first time I can't apply both. So let me show you this. Okay. Web. So now I can't apply both the things at a time. But what you can do is no. So now here I've applied. You can I think in the other your regular broker charts you can do that. So what you can do is for the first time when the stock is touching that, so you can see this the first time it is touching at this 1220 time frame, wherein the high is 446.6. Okay, so 1220 time frame I'll be just applying 51 sorry VWAP. Okay, so 1221. So this is the time. So see here it is also respecting that VWAP, and also it was 51 EMA was touching for the first point. So this was a clear cut indication for this stock to hit it at this point. Okay, so you can in your broker you will be having that option to add both the things, and you can watch by adding both. Okay, so unfortunately there is no option for me to show both the indicators at a time. So we can show any one. Okay. Next, can you tell us what and all can we need to check the fundamentals of a company? I'm sorry, actually I'm not that good with the fundamentals, because I'm a 100% kind of intraday trader with all these technicals coming into picture, using them for the even delivery period. So I don't really look into fundamentals. Okay, sorry, because I'm totally zero in fundamentals. Okay, how to see Nifty goes up or down? So yeah, this is one question probably we can take. We can do the same thing for Nifty and Bank Nifty. So now Nifty, let's do the same thing whatever we talked till now. Um, what will be the indicator for this one? How to go with the Nifty? So what we can do is apply a EMA, apply an EMA, just find out the same thing whatever we are doing. So here, at least at this point, it looks like the EMA is something greater than this. So it will be, if I say it will be kind of 170ish level. It is on a delivery time frame I'm talking about now. Okay. Okay. It is further on the higher side. So there is nothing like a clear cut as such, but you need to do a trial and error on that. So probably probably you can consider this as a line, so not 130, but it should be somewhere more than that, 170. So let me show you. I think it follows that master EMA. We call 200 as a master EMA, and probably this EMA, sorry, this Nifty can go well with that. Yes, I think it is going good. So you can see here. Mm, Still, it has went 1 or 2 days below that. So my meaning 200 might be 240 earlier, whichever you saw in my indicators. So generally, I follow three EMAs. One is this 51, second one is 200, and the third one is 240. So these three are my indicators. Generally, I follow. Okay, so we can consider this 240 EMA. So even though there are kind of there are days wherein it crossed that, but it was not able to sustain. So one is here, second one is here, so third one is here, fourth one is here. It went below that 240 EMA line, but it was not able to sustain. From there it is continuously went up, and here once it tried to touch that, but it was a failure. It didn't touch that, in fact. And from there you can see here, it crossed here, it crossed after crossing. See here, once it crossed the same support line which was earlier, became a resistance now. So see here, immediately it took a big resistance from here and took U-turn. Again for the second time it took a resistance, and third time it crossed that, and after crossing, see the magic now. This time it is coming down and it is taking support this time. So 240 works good with this Nifty, so you can say that. Okay, so see, after touching here, see, okay, so which time frame are we talking about? It's a daily, right? Yeah, there's a daily. Okay, so just wanted to cross check. Okay, so once it crossed that, continuously it was upside, and see here. So this is wonderful. From here, it came down to this. From here, it took a support again. From there, you can see the stock, once it crosses down, it fell in that Corona stuff. And it tried touching here, but it was a failure. And from there, again for a few days, it was a kind of sideways. And once it is on the upper side, once it broke this level, once it just went upside this, it continuously went upside. So now, as per this theory, like the next time if it crosses 10,700 levels, then only we can look for a shorting opportunity. Till then, the market will be still in upside. So now what it might be doing is it might be taking a small retracement. The chart which we saw yesterday, it might be just a retracement of the upside movement whatever we saw, because from here you can see this upside had some retracement, this upside had some retracement. So I'll be seeing a shorting opportunity only once it crosses 10,700. Okay, hope that helps. So this line 240 EMA is working good for this Nifty. Okay, so any other questions? How to trade gaps? So let's last session be missed due to time limit. So if you want to go, if you want to look into the video again, you can go, because that will be available in my YouTube channel. So the video will be available anytime. You can just go and visit that, refer that again. So whatever the portions if you had missed earlier, so it will be available all the time. Okay, so any more questions? V1, ICICI, and Axis Bank. Okay. How much time frame you want? What is the time frame you are looking at? Please let me know the time frame so that I can just we can look at it in the same way, in the same manner how we looked into the charts now. No, no. Meaning how many days you want to hold the stock. So it's not. When I say time frame, it is not like a time frame which we apply here, but it is about the time frame. How many how many days you are looking for buying or selling the stock. Okay, so let's quickly look into just a random check on this. Okay, so I think even this stock is good with the same EMA whatever we applied. Probably you can see this now. So the same thing, the same 240 EMA, it is working good. We can make it as 200. I think this stock good. So majority of the stocks works good with the 200 EMA and 50 EMA, and that is one of the reasons why I given you 50. So we can just check with 200 EMA, and you can see the magic here. So the stock somewhere here it was taking resistance, and once it crosses that it becomes a support here. So see here, it took a support. Again it tried come and tried touching. It was a failure and it went upside. Again here touched, went upside, touched and went upside. You can see all the live things about I'm showing you here. And once it failed here, continuously the stock fell, and you can see it. It again tried touching that few days back, and again it failed. So now there will be no buying for the stock till it crosses that 395 levels. So till then it will be a shorting opportunity itself, but not definitely not shorting now. So once it comes near 390, then probably we can look into shorting, but definitely not now. So always you should try to trade the you to take the trade only when the stock is near to that line. Okay, so whenever you are taking the trade away from the line, then you are having a high chances of losing your money. Okay, fine. So 1 to 3 months is the same thing. So only after crossing 390 I'll be buying this. Till then I won't pay. So it is looking for a good shorting opportunity. The simple reason is once you be in the market for some time, you'll understand. Generally market goes on the wave basis. So from here the stock continuously fell here. From there it is taking a kind of consolidation zone here. Generally after this there will be one more big fall, something like the one what we saw here. So it looks like after touching this, probably the next time there might be a big shorting coming into the stock. Okay, so can we wind up the session now? Ashok Leyland. So this is one question like I will take, and probably after that we'll wind up the session. I think it took it's almost more than 2 hours now. Ashok Leyland for 15 days, and I think many of you might have bought that with yesterday's move, but which is a wrong thing to do always. Oh, probably the people might have stuck here. I'll tell you why. So the one who I bought yesterday might have stuck in a big way. I'll tell you why. If you look into this area, the EMA might be around that 240 EMA. The standard EMA again should be working good. Okay, yeah. So see here, 240 EMA is working good here. It respected. Again, respected somewhere here, even though it went upside, but it was not able to sustain. Again, it respected. From there, it was a failure. Exactly, it is at the same point. Exactly, it is that at the same point where it is supposed to take a resistance. Whatever the bit it went above that line, the same portion it had been above that line. So that means the ones who have bought here yesterday or day before, I think they are stuck in a big way is what I'm feeling here. I don't see the bullishness for this stock till it crosses day before candle high. So 65.5 will be, or 66 will be my buying. Till then I won't be touching the stock. So it is a trap for the people who have stuck. I think this is going to fall heavily from here is what I can see. It's my personal view, however. Okay, so with that I think let's end the session. So thank you much for your time. Okay, so can we end the session? How much sir, how are you saying fall after touching lines in ICICI? Because it was showing you that touch. So let me show you one more time. I think it was 200 EML, right? 200 to 240, it was very near. So see here, it touched at this price, and from in fact it didn't touch, but it went very close to that. And I said earlier, you should be having that bit what is that flexibility here. So you should always not like wait for exactly touching. Even if it is very near to that, you can do execution. So now here, from here, my line is around 20 or even 30 rupees. So now it is definitely not a good risk reward ratio for me, so I will be waiting. So only when this stock touches that line, which is 395, around this price, then I will be shorting this stock. Okay, till then I won't be touching this. Okay, hope that is clear. And any more questions? I think that's pretty much. So we took a lot of time, and hope that you have got something out of this video. Please comment on the section, like if you have if the session was helpful, if you have learned something, and if you have any queries, just let me know. And again, if you are stuck with any of the portion here, you can anytime go back. So it will be uploaded in the next a few minutes to YouTube. You can just go back to the session again, and you can check back. Okay. Yep. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. So thank you for your time and your enthusiasm to learn. And only once you dedicate your time to learn, and once you give your dedication for learning, then only you will become success in the market, or else no, definitely no. So please do keep on doing your putting your hard work. Then only you will be getting succeeded. And if you are really interested to join the Telegram channel wherein you will be keeping active, then only like let me know. I'll be sending that link. You can join, but I want everyone to be actively participating in the discussions. Okay. Please let me know if you want to participate in the active discussions. So there is nothing like which you need to give me, but I want your knowledge to be transferred to someone else, because I'm doing it for you guys, and I want your knowledge to be transferred to someone else. Okay. Fine then. See you in the next time when we make a video. Until then, take care. Okay. See you. Bye bye.